So, there's a mistake new coaches make that can blow up their entire business before it even starts, and it has nothing to do with getting clients. The coaching legal requirements you actually need to worry about come down to three things: register your business, get your contracts in order, and protect yourself with insurance. That's the whole list. In this video, I'll walk you through each one so you know exactly what to do, and I'll tell you about the one most coaches skip that can cost you thousands. But first, let's clear up the biggest question I hear from new coaches, which is, do I even need a license or certification to do this? The answer is no. Coaching is one of the least regulated professions out there. You don't need a license, you don't need a degree, and you don't need a certification to legally call yourself a coach. If you want to get certified, that's great, because it gives you structured frameworks and practice hours, but it's not a legal requirement. Now, there is a line you can't cross. If you start offering therapy or counseling services, that's a completely different world with real licensing requirements. So, as long as you're coaching and not treating mental health conditions, you're in the clear. The International Coaching Federation does have a code of ethics that's worth reading even if you're not certified. Being ethical isn't about a piece of paper. It's about doing right by your clients. So that's the good news. You don't need permission to start, but you do need to set your business up properly. And that brings us to requirement number 1. The first legal requirement for your coaching business is registering it. You have two main options here. Option 1 is a sole proprietorship. This is the simplest route. You're the business is you, and you're personally liable for everything. You can still use a business name that isn't your own name by filing a DBA, which stands for doing business as. Most coaches start here because it's fast and cheap. Option 2 is an LLC, which stands for limited liability company. This one costs more and involves more paperwork, but here's why it matters. If your business ever gets sued or goes bankrupt, your personal assets like your house and your car are protected. The business is separate from you. Once you pick your structure and get your tax ID number, you're legally operating. I set mine up as a sole proprietorship when I started, and when I moved everything over to Paperbell later, having that registration already done made the whole process smooth. And no, you don't need a special business permit or license to coach. That's only required if you're doing therapy or counseling. So now you're registered. But there's a second requirement that most coaches either skip or get wrong, and it's the one that actually protects you day to day. The second coaching legal requirement is having proper contracts and terms in place. And I want to be really clear about this part because this is where coaches get sloppy. Every single coaching relationship needs a contract, even if it's a half-hour session, even if it's your best friend. Because if anything goes wrong in that relationship, your contract is the only thing that protects you. At minimum, your contract needs to spell out what you're providing, how many sessions are included, how long each session lasts, what the fees are, and what your cancellation policy looks like. You'd be surprised how many clients confuse coaching with therapy or consulting, so it's smart to define exactly what coaching is and isn't right there in the agreement. If you're taking bookings through your website, your terms and conditions should be right on your checkout page. That way, every client agrees to them automatically when they sign up. You should also have a privacy policy that explains how you handle client data. It's not technically required everywhere, but it protects you from data-related lawsuits down the road. I use Paperbell for all of this because the contracts and terms are built right into the booking process. Clients agree to everything when they book, so I never have to chase anyone down for a signature. Now, requirements 1 and 2 are what most coaches know they need to do, even if they put it off. But the third requirement is the one I wish someone had told me about when I was starting out. And it's the one that can save you thousands of dollars. The third legal requirement is insurance, and this is the one that most new coaches completely overlook. The most important type is professional liability insurance. This protects you if a client accuses you of negligence, meaning they claim your coaching caused them harm or didn't deliver what was promised. Without this coverage, you're paying for a lawyer out of your own pocket, and that can easily run into thousands of dollars, even if you did nothing wrong. Most coach-friendly insurance companies offer something called a business owner's policy, or BOP, that bundles everything together. Beyond professional liability, you can also get general liability insurance for things like property damage, cyber liability insurance in case client data gets leaked, and workers' compensation if you ever hire employees. The bottom line on insurance is this: it's not expensive, and it's the difference between a lawsuit being a scary inconvenience and a lawsuit being something that destroys your business. Get the coverage before you need it. So let's bring this all together. The 3 coaching legal requirements are: 1. Register your business as either a sole proprietorship or an LLC. 2. Get proper contracts and terms for every client relationship. And 3. Protect yourself with professional liability insurance. You don't need a license, you don't need a certification, and you don't need anyone's permission to start coaching. You just need these 3 things in place so you can coach with confidence and focus on what actually matters, which is helping your clients get results. If you want to get all of this set up in one place, I run my whole coaching business on Paperbell. It handles the contracts, the booking, the payments, and even your coaching website, so you're not stitching together 5 different tools. You can try it for free, and I'll drop the link in the description.